So welcome to the Healing Hour for April 24th, 2018. This is Tyson Bannigan. So sorry for getting late online here. For some reason we had technical problems, but we are live now. Feel free to join me in the next hour to get your dowsing and energy healing questions answered. And the topic for today's show is choices. You get to make the choice. So welcome to the show. So toll free, 1-866-369-7464 will get you onto the show and being able to answer your questions. Click the Be Live link, which is in the comments section or in the advertising for the show. Or you can just put your comments in Facebook and I'll be able to see them there. So thank you for showing up, Natalie, Jared Wilson. And if you would like to share this to your network, that would be awesome. If you want to phone in, please do, or just click the Be Live link and join me. So I'm just going to put up the toll-free number in just a sec here. So it's 1-866-369-7464. And we're just going to put that up on the screen in a sec here. And it's toll-free in North America. So that's the number you can phone in. Leave your comments on Facebook, or click the Be Live link and join me online. So I'm just going to copy that link in case anybody wants to join that way. And we're going to post it up there as well. So here goes. Let's figure out how to do that. Agenda item. Here's the link. And add agenda item. And now we're going to show. So this is the link that should be underneath Facebook as you're watching the show. And if you just click that link, it will bring you on to the show live. And you could join me. Or like I said, you can either do it that way, or you can phone in toll free, 1-866-369-7464, or you can leave your comment in the Facebook and I'll be able to see them. So without further ado, we're going to head over to the Dowsing and Energy Healing closed Facebook group and take a look at some of the questions that have been posed there and the requests for healing. So I see that we have 3 viewers. So welcome to the show. If you wouldn't mind sharing it to your network, it would be greatly appreciated so other people can join us on the show today and get their clearings and questions answered about dowsing energy healing. All right, so here we go. So I'm heading over to the Dowsing Energy Healing closed Facebook group, and one of the things that came up, which was really clear, not only today, but other days, in talking with people that have diagnosis of cancer or, well, let's start with cancer. One of the things about cancer is that the body is going through major change and transformation. And as that happens, there's a need to ground the energy, the unresolved conflict or the trauma in the body wants to be grounded out and given back to the earth. It's sort of like having an electrical appliance that isn't grounded. It really just burns the circuit. And basically that's what happens with the human body when you have a disease or a disorder and it can't ground. It has nowhere for that energy to go. So that energy becomes static and begins to really start to affect the body in negative ways. So while clearing is very effective in, spinning the pendulum counterclockwise and clearing the energy field, that's very effective, but also equally effective, particularly to get a good night's sleep, is to ground your body. And there's a number of ways to do that. If you're interested in more information, I really encourage you to head over to the Dowsing and Energy Healing closed Facebook group. And I talk about grounding there. There's also a video that's available. You can also Google it and learn about grounding as well. And I also make some products. Basically, they're copper that then goes into an electrical plug, into the grounding, that goes through the electrical circuit, and then into the grounding rod, and then into the earth. So there's been a lot of research done around this, particularly in the Soviet Union. And people have found that have chronic diseases or disorder, that if they just go outside, even in the middle of the winter, they just clear the way of the snow and put their feet on the ground, bare feet on the ground, that a very short period of time, even though it's icy cold, the pain goes away. And that's because the body is being grounded. So then some people have said, well, if that works, then I'm going to bring a wire from a rod into the ground, bring it in and put it on, connect it to a piece of copper, and then put my feet on the copper, which then connects me outside to the grounding. And that works too. And others have said, well, if that works, I'm going to get copper tape and put it on the mattress, one at the head and one at the bottom, and then I'm going to join the two together with another strip. So now I have a strip of copper, on my mattress, and then I'm going to take an electrical wire and run it outside through the window into and then pound in a stake into the ground and hook the wire to that, and that'll ground me. And then the other way to do it is, okay, well, I'm on the third floor of an apartment. I can't start, putting a electrical cord down the side of the building and then pounding in a stake. So that way that you do that is you just create a electrical cord going from your grounding device, whether it's a coil or a piece of copper or copper foil, and you then attach it. You can solder your wire to it, and then just using the grounding part of the plug, you disconnect the other two prongs, the negative and the positive. You use the grounding plug, part of the plug, and you push it into the receptacle on the wall. It goes through the wall and then goes through the building and then out through the building to the grounding rod, because every building needs to be grounded. And now you're sleeping in a bed that's grounded, and you will get the most incredible deep sleep, and the healing will start to be sped up. Doesn't matter what sort of disease or disorder you have, if it can be attributed to the fact that your body can't de-stress, this is one way in which that can be helped. There's other ways in which to enhance certain products like that. Like I make copper coils, 7 coils, one coiled inside of the other, sort of like, just a coil, one inside of the other. The other is like a snail. And then I put in, spray in some product, and which then enhances the ability for it to ground. And it's actually from sprouted wheat. Then you spray it in, and the sprouted wheat, the tenacity of the sprouted wheat's desire to grow in the spring. I don't know if you've been around wheat or have experienced this, or even other plants that are just coming up through the soil, and if they're underneath a board, they will grow sideways just from the energy in the seed until they can find the edge of the board and then up into the light. The desire from the seed to exist or to survive will take all of that energy in the seed in order to find the light. And so that intense energy that's found particularly in the wheat then desires to then be able to be grounded. So, it's got its roots go into the ground rapidly, and it's going as quickly as it can to the sun, because it's a very short growing season in the Northern Hemisphere. They say that there's 3 particular grains of the gods. So in the Northern Hemisphere, it's wheat. In the tropics, it is, so in the north it's wheat, and in the tropical countries it is corn, and in the east it's rice. So those are the 3 grains of the gods. So each one of those has this incredible ability to be effective at helping humans maintain their energy. So these sacred grains, particularly when they're used wisely, because they're all living spirits, have the ability to help humans heal. Okay, so Natalie, Jared says, okay, my end on the sound, good. Thanks for letting me know. It's hard getting the show started today. For some technical reasons, the video wasn't showing up. Well, thank you for letting me know that it's okay now. So looks like it was out for a bit. So Kareth Marhaja, welcome back to the show. Thanks for becoming a regular. Natalie Jared Wilson says, thank you. You're more than welcome. Please share this link to your tribe and let people know. So why not post a comment or a question or into Facebook so I could pick it up here. Or also then if you're in North America, why not just phone in toll free and ask me a question around healing or dowsing. So we were talking about how to ground and how important that is to be able to ground, to rid yourself of what no longer serves you, which is really trapped energy in your bioenergy field. And that trapped energy can come from two different sources. It can come from externally by man-made interrupters like EMFs, electromagnetic frequencies, ultraviolet energies at the high end that are used, consciousness as weapons of destruction, sort of like advanced weapons of mass destruction, or ones that interfere with one's psychology. They can be radio waves that are misused. They can be smart meters. They can be cell phones. Anything that's on the bandwidth in which it can affect human consciousness really can be detrimental, because that constant bombardment of electromagnetic energy on the same frequencies as our brain waves disallows us to be able to degauss or to ground, and therefore all that stress and duress leads to all sorts of disease and disorders, including cancer, because the body can't process these vibrational frequencies and ground. So yet again, we're back to grounding. So the other way in which the bioenergy field can become overwhelmed is also by unresolved emotional trauma inside the body from, this life, past life, family, matriarchal, patriarchal lineage, or from this lifetime, just whatever trauma may have happened. You may have had a near-death experience, the death of a loved one, some sort of shock that has affected you in a very deep emotional way. And in order to handle that emotion, you've basically disassociated yourself from the trauma, and therefore the trauma or the energy from the trauma is still locked in your body. So yet again, the purpose of clearing is to help release the body of what no longer serves us, which is that trapped energy. So whether the energy is from outside coming in or from the inside going out, we want to be able to help you take back your power, all of your power, learn how to ground so that you are healthy, wealthy, and wise. So if that makes sense for you, put a comment in, or if you have a question, or here's the toll-free number for you to phone in. Here we go. So here's the toll-free number, 1-866-369-7464. And of course, you can phone in toll-free in North America. You can also click this link, which you will find in the Facebook comments. That will bring you right onto the show through your smartphone, your iPad, or from your computer. So you can be anywhere in the world. Click that link and you could join me, okay? And last but not least, you can type your comments into Facebook and I can pick them up there as well. So I'm just going to put back the toll-free number for North America. All right, this is Tyson Bannigan with the Healing Hour. I'm with you for 1 hour to answer any of your dowsing and energy healing questions, or to bring about a clearing in your life. We can do clearings on the personal level. It could be on the planetary level. It could deal with clearing houses, buildings, structures. It could be vortexes on the planet, sacred sites, bedrooms, where you sleep, where you work. Could be geopathic stress locked in the earth. All these are detrimental to human beings, and my job as a master dowser is to help you learn that you can have control over the bioenergy in your life, both within yourself, your own bioenergy field, and the energy that surrounds you, and that you can take charge of your life, take back your power, stand in your truth, and learn how to become a wizard, how to handle and manage energy in a benevolent way, not only for yourself, but for your loved ones, and for your clients, and for cleaning up the planet. All right, so yeah, so Kareth says he uses rough salt for grounding. That does help. If you don't have rough salt around or carried in your pocket, you might want to learn how to dowse as a way to ground wherever you are as well. Also, if you're, using grounding, you can clear, places that really need it, like hospitals, graveyards, senior citizens' home, jails, those sorts of things. And while salt is really good, you might get in a bit of trouble, pouring salt around a prison. But yeah, salt really works. It helps absorb the energies and ground it. It's another way of helping whatever it is you want to ground. All right, so thank you though, Gareth, for that comment. Much appreciated. Keep the comments coming, and please share this link to your network so other people can join us. So I'm going over to the Dowsing and Energy Healing closed Facebook group, and we're talking about grounding. And as I mentioned, there is a Science of Grounding video that I posted there. So I encourage you to take a look at that if you have the time or inclination. Very powerful, and it is really effective to help you work through any disease or disorder or feeling of not being grounded. All right, we're going to talk about Building Clearing Monday. Which hospital, school, prison, graveyard, etc. do you want help with to clear today? Please give us the full address. Okay, comments here. Let's see where people want some help. So Monique Sage, Georgia was second in a number of lynchings from 1877 to 1950, and other states and countries violating people. Also clear the earth of discarnate beings. Wow, that's a powerful one. So so Monique, that's a good one. So the nice thing about clearing is there's no space or time. You can go back in time, or you can clear into the future. Mind you, the future is possibilities, but you can certainly go back and clear up the past. In fact, I encourage people to do that, because particularly like between 1877 and 1950, with all the lynchings that were happening in Georgia, all that trauma, all that chaos is locked in the geopathic stress of the earth. So we want, who knows, there be maybe trapped souls in there looking for their way back to the light that don't even know that they are without a body. They're wandering around lost. They may feel that they were unjustly treated by, or that they are afraid that they may go to hell if they go to the other side. So they're like they're like zombies or disincarnate beings looking for the light, and they find another human being on the same frequency that's alive, and they get attracted to that being, and before you know it, they're in their auric field. So it's important to clear those types of energies. And Natalie Jared Wilson says, can we clear out past life energies? Absolutely. And in fact, that's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about Monique's desire to clear the energy around all of the in Georgia. Yeah, we can clear anything in this timeline, any other timeline that you may have experienced in any other parallel life, or you can clear also any past life, right? Yeah. Yeah, you can clear any past life energies or, of any kind. Yes, absolutely. So it would go like this. So if you have a pendulum, the statement would be like this. And this is also in in the files on the Dowsing Energy Healing. Just click the files, look for the short clearing, download it, and you'll see the text. And you'll see there's an open bracket and a closed bracket. And in the open bracket, closed bracket, you just put in what you want to clear. But the basic wording is something similar to this. So it would go, I, Tyson Bannigan, in my holy name. And I'm saying my holy name, or you can say your own name. Or I'm really saying to the universe, is this is my calling for card. I, in my name, ask everything to happen. So it's like I'm showing up in order to do this. So I, Tyson Bannigan, in my holy name, with the assistance of, and you can choose who you want. You can say source, God, consciousness, creator God, all that is. I like to work with Divine Mother. Also in clearing, it's really great to work with Archangel Michael, because his sword is, a very good, effective tool for clearing through or cutting through cords and what no longer serves earthly beings. Okay, so I, Tyson Bannigan, with assistance of Divine Mother or Creator God, call for the assistance to clear all the trapped emotion from the lynchings in Georgia between 1977 to 1950, and in fact, any time previous to that and any time up to the present. And I ask that these energies be transmuted into benevolent energies for the most benevolent outcome of all concerned. And I undertake this clearing through the multidimensional levels of reality and throughout all time, space, and dimensions, both known or unknown. And then you say, I declare it so, so be it, it is done. Now, that's the way that you can clear discarnate beings as well. So you could, in that, say, I, Tyson Bannigan, in my holy name, at the assistance of Divine Creator and Divine Mother, ask for the clearing of all discarnate beings associated with the lynchings in Georgia in any time frame, known or unknown. And I undertake this clearing throughout all time, space, and dimensions. And I declare it so, so be it, it is done. Another way that you could do this is use Mary Jo Ellis's technique of taking it to the Court of Atonement, which would be something like this. I, Tyson Bannigan, or in the case of Monique, I, Monique Sage, take the whole situation in Georgia from 1877 to 1950 to a full Court of Atonement, and I ask for the assistance of Creator God or Divine Mother to call in any beings associated with cleaning up the situation for the most benevolent outcome of all concerned. And then you let it go, your job is done, and then you let the energies at the higher level of the angelic or the Lords of Light do the work to do the clearing. So those are two really great ways. You can use them both together, separately. I encourage you to use both. All right, so there you are. So yes, that is how you can clear life energies, live energies, and lives. So thank you, Natalie. All right, I'm going to show the toll-free number again. Where did show the toll-free number again? 1-866-369-7464. Standing by to take your call. All right. So Mita Ning would like to clear her space. So yeah, I really encourage you to check in. If you know how to do percentages, you can just say, is my house clear 100%? Is my bedroom or where I sleep clear 100%? Or you can say, where I work, is that clear 100%? If you don't know how to do that, the 100% dowsing or percentages, don't worry. If you know how to do yes or no, that's good enough. If you know how to body douse, that will work too. So the short form of how to learn to body douse is just stand up, ask is your name, state your name, and if you get a yes, your body should most likely will want to tip forward. And if you use somebody else's name, it will want to tip backward. So that becomes your yes and no. So then you ask the question, do I need to clear my house? Yes or no. Do I need to clear my bedroom? Yes or no. Do I need to clear where I work? Yes or no. And then proceed to use the short form that I'd find in the download for the file section of the Dowsing and Energy Healing Facebook group to do the clearing to clear your space. Now, it's important to really do it in your bedroom, because that's where you spend 50% of your life is asleep. So they found, and there's a book with regard to this that is available at www.thewellnessstore.ca. And I'm just going to reach over and grab the book because it's a very interesting book. So this is called Earth Radiation. I'm just going to hold the book up here. It's called Earth Radiation. Okay. And it's available at www.thewellnessstore.ca. There's also a shorter version there for $5. So this is by Kathy Bachler, Bachler, written by one of my teachers in dowsing, John Living, who's a professional engineer. And this is the detailed records of harmful effects on health, including cancer, allergies, arthritis, insomnia, learning disabilities, and many other diseases that are attributed to geopathic disturbances. And geopathic is just energy that's trapped in the earth. This is research done on 11,000 people in more than 3,000 places in 14 countries. And what they discovered in doing this is that these illustrations are accompanied by records of the illnesses resulting from sleeping or sitting for a long time in the energy fields, and how great improvement in health occurred when the location of beds, schools, seats, etc. were moved. Well, I found in my research you don't have to necessarily move the desk or move the bed or move the chair that you're sitting in. You can work directly with the energy of the energy line. It's actually a living entity, so you can clear it and you can ask it also to move. So, for example, they found particularly in Europe, that say there was incidents of heart problems, that if they follow this ley line or energy line, the geopathic stress from one house to the other, and if it crossed the beds or in the house, where a person sat for a long period of time, everybody would have the same heart problem or similar heart problems. So everybody on that line is affected by the same stress. So it's really good to learn how to do this. And it's not very complicated. And if it's something that you'd like to learn, I did have a short course, or I do have a short course in the Academy about how to clear a house. But I could also do a short course on how to clear a bedroom and inside a house. So we could do that as well if somebody's interested in doing that. So I'm just going to go over here, see if there's any more comments. Please, if you have any questions, feel free to phone in and the toll-free number. Or if you want, you can just click the link. I'll give you the link here. This is in Facebook, right underneath where you're listening to this broadcast. Click the link and you'll join me in the show. And also you could just, like I said, just type in your comments in Facebook and I'll be able to read them. All right, so that's how you clear your bedroom, where you sit for a long period of time, your workspace. You could do your any place where you spend any period of time is really important, that you clear all geopathic stress. And once you know how to do that, you could really help everybody's health by clearing graveyards, hospitals, senior citizens' homes, schools, all of those public buildings, courts, jails, etc. And really that's what it is to be a global earth steward, that knows how to dowse, is wherever you go, you're clearing. All right, so that's it for those comments for clearing buildings. And we're going to go on to Personal Clearing Tuesday and see what requests there are there. What do you want to have help with to clear or let go today? This could be trauma, unresolved emotions, family of origin, past life, matriarchal or patriarchal lineage, inner child, or soul family. All right, we have 26 comments here. So, Karen Scully says, I have extremely bad vertigo. I would like to release this. Yes. Okay, the first thing that comes to me, Karen, I don't know if you'll be listening to this or I'll type it into the comments, is first of all, is this vertigo coming from you or from somebody else? I get a sense that it's from somebody else, somebody in your family or something, that some connection you have with somebody that you're letting the energy move through your body rather than having compassion for them and helping them figure it out inside of them, you're running somebody else's energy. I may be wrong, but that's the impression I'm getting. So the first question you want to ask yourself, if you're having something unusual, especially if it's relatively new, a new problem for you, is it mine or is it somebody else? All right, so you can also do a short clearing. It would go, I, Karen Scully, in my holy name, undertake this clearing with the assistance of Creator God to clear all non-beneficial energies associated with bad vertigo. And I undertake this clearing throughout the multidimensional levels of my being and throughout all time, space, and dimensions, both known or unknown. And then I do the Ho'oponopono prayer because your body's trying to teach you something or tell you something. So it would be, I love you. Thank you, body, for helping me be aware that something needs to be fixed in my life or changed in my life, or I need to see the world in a different way. So I love you, body. I thank you, body, for pointing this out to me that I need to change my point of view or how I see the world or my relationship with people or whatever the insight is that you'll get as you correct this. So I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me because, body, if I had figured this out on my own, I wouldn't need the body, to send me these signals of the vertigo. I would have figured it out on my own. So I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. And thank you, body, for helping begin to learn and grow and become more attuned, more connected to my higher self. And then you would say, I declare it so be it, it is done. So that's the short clearing for vertigo. All right, so Clara Joy Mitchell says, sexual and emotional abuse. Yeah, this is a little bit more difficult insofar as it's not just your body telling you something. Yes, it is your body telling you something, but it could be, and most likely is, from your family of origin. So what do I mean by that? I mean sexual abuse creates sort of like a wounded warrior vibrational frequency in your energy field. Unfortunately, that means that you're broadcasting at a frequency that predators can pick up on and are attracted to you because of that weakness in your energy field. So we would want to clear that out. Also, it usually runs in a family, in a lineage, either in the matriarchal or patriarchal lineage, and most likely you've incarnated with a soul agreement to clean it up on behalf of your lineage. Now, having said all that, let's get it done. So everything like this. I, Clara Joy Mitchell, in my holy name, with the assistance of Archangel Michael, Divine Mother, and Creator God, I undertake this clearing of all sexual and emotional abuse in and around and through my being, and I clear my matriarchal, patriarchal, and soul family agreements to resolve this once and for all. And I undertake this clearing through the multidimensional levels of my being and throughout all time, space, and dimensions, both known or unknown. And I declare it so be it. It is done. Thank you. So if you were doing this, or if you hear this, Clara Joy Mitchell, or anybody else in this call that has similar problems, you would then tune into your energy field and see if it's clear. And if it's not 100% clear, even by body dowsing, am I clear? Yes or no? If it's no, then do that clearing again. Sometimes you need to do it 3 times in a row. Sometimes you need to do it over a period of 21 days so it becomes a habit. because you're really changing the vibrational frequency of your bioenergy field. And so sometimes it takes a while for your subconscious to pick up on that program and replace that program, because the original program is, I am a victim, I have been sexually abused, and that signal's going out, which attracts the predator. So you want to change your energy field by raising the vibrational frequency, so you're no more emitting that frequency of being the victim. So you're no longer attracting anybody that's going to abuse you. And sometimes that is a habit to create that energy change in your energy field, and sometimes it's 21 days to 30 days to do that. So I really encourage you to do that over a period of time. And also check in, is my matriarchal lineage clear? Is my soul family lineage clear? Do I have any soul contracts to be here to clean this up on behalf of my family of origin? Yes or no? Am I done? Is it finished? Is it this lifetime? Is it past lifetimes? What about my matriarchal lineage? Is it a repetitive problem there? Have I got it cleared up? Yes or no? Have I got it cleared up inside of my body? Am I radiating that frequency of being a victim anymore, or have I cleaned that up? What about past life? So you get the point. I want you to do all of that to clean up your bioenergy field and all those different levels. All right, so feel free to phone in toll free if you'd like to ask a question. Don't forget that you can show up and ask questions by typing them into Facebook here. And also you can click I'm just going to put up the link here and join me that way as well. Okay, so I'm just going to head on over to back to the Facebook page and see if there's any other people that would like some assistance here. Yes, Valerie, I am doing a general clearing for everybody. So let's do that right now. So Valerie Angle asks, Larkus asks, will I do a clearing? Yes, so here goes. So I, Tyson Bannigan, in my holy name, undertake a clearing for everybody listening on this call or listening to this call now and in the future. I undertake this clearing for everybody throughout all, with the assistance of Divine Mother and Creator God. I undertake this clearing through the multidimensional levels of reality and throughout all time, space, and dimensions, both known or unknown. And I declare it so in my holy name, so be it. It is done. So that's a general clearing for everybody on the call or listening to the call now and in the future. So yes, that doesn't mean if you're listening to this on a podcast, if you're listening to this on the YouTube channel, if you're listening to this on Be Live TV, on Facebook Live, either way, it's good. Great. All right. So Valerie, thank you for your comments and for giving me the feedback. I appreciate it. Sometimes when nobody shows up on the call or nobody phones in, I'm wondering whether this is really helping people, but thank you for the feedback that you're getting something out of this. All right, Monica's back and she wants to clear the roots of injustice from all sources and causes. Yes, the roots of injustice. The roots of anything, injustice or otherwise, are really, they're like learning experience, soul learning experiences for us to take back our power and stand in our truth no matter what. So in some ways, it's good to realize that not to get too caught up in it. So what do I mean by that? I mean, the topic on this show is it's all a choice. It's a choice that you can make in every moment. So for example, with this one, clear the roots of injustice. So say you're watching TV and you see the atrocities that are happening in Africa. You have two choices. Well, you have many choices, but one of them, people say, well, turn off the TV, don't listen to the news, you don't need that stuff. It lowers your frequency and, just stay away from it. And so that's one attitude and nothing wrong with that. appreciate that. That's where some people are. That's what they need. I don't want to be overloaded by all this negative stuff that's on the news. Another is, and I think I've mentioned this before in other calls, is you use the news as your opportunity to clear. So now I know that there's a problem of abuse in Africa. I know the situation. I now can broadcast that intention to clear that situation using the TV channel and the TV tower and the fact that it's collected globally and sending the news out. I now use the same technology in reverse to send energy all the way back to Africa to clear up the original problem. So now, rather than being a victim, oh my God, it's overwhelming, I don't know what to do, I'm never going to listen to the news again. Now I change that choice I make and say, I'm going to empower myself. I'm a creator God on my level. I get to choose what shows up in my world. I don't want this in my world, what's happening in Africa. It's my divine right to change it. And then you go ahead and you change it. And of course, the more people that make that, change in their consciousness, that yes, they are responsible for everything that shows up in their life, good, bad, and ugly, and the world is a reflection of their own attitudes, then guess what? The more people that do that, the more we're going to have heaven on earth. The world around us is going to change. So it has to do with the choice that you make in every moment. So do you want to feel a victim and feel overwhelmed, or do you want to have another choice, step into your power and bring about the change and create and clear the energy you don't like and install the energy that you do want? So for example, in the case of Africa, you clear the energy of sexual abuse and the trauma and everything, and then you put the whole country and the leaders and those that are committing the atrocity, and you put them all into the court of atonement, and you let the most benevolent outcome happen for everyone. So you've intervened, you've asked for assistance from the angelic kingdom to help you. You cleared up the trauma, like you could go and clear all the geopathic stress, that all this trauma that's locked into the earth in Africa where these abuses are occurring, you could clear all the trauma there. So now you clear the trauma working with the elementals, and now you've given the command to the angelic kingdom to assist you. So now you're working on that level, and you could encourage your friends or your tribe or your network to do the same, to learn how to clear and to use the news as a way of knowing what the global incidents are and what needs to be cleared. And now you're empowering everybody to take action rather than be a victim. And now you're transforming the very planet that we live on. So there you are. So Andrea Miller says, how do I strengthen and sustain a strong nervous system and a good body balance? Yeah, that's a good one. So I'm just going to post that up. So the first thing is, if your nervous system isn't strong, or let's say you respond to a lot of emotion around you, or you get discombobulated quickly, or you feel other people's emotion, or you've been born an intuitive, or other people, you can't be around people too much, or you can't be in a shopping mall for too long because there's just too much energy going on, and therefore your nervous system is hyper vigilant. It usually comes from the family of origin where you need to be on guard 24/7. There was something going to happen in your life, and so you need to be, sort of like the cowboy that sits in the back of the saloon with his back up against the wall and has his 6 guns ready because anything coming through the door may be a threat. So he's always, hyper vigilant about the situation that might occur so that he can do the correct action. So if as a child you were in a family of origin that was full of a lot of conflict, then you may have had a hypervigilant nervous system in order to protect yourself. You may have done that is by disassociating yourself or playing with imaginary friends. Those are all indications that you didn't want to be in your body. So if that's you, or if anything of that makes sense to you, Andrea, if that resonates with you, then clearing your bioenergy field of trauma that's locked in your body, either through what I was talking at the beginning of the show by grounding, using grounding techniques, The horse stance is really a good one. You can Google the horse stance. You can listen to a video on grounding by Googling it. There's a video also over in Dowsing and Energy closed Facebook group. Learn about grounding and even set up in your house so grounding is really very clear for you. Clear your house, clear your body of all the, and your nervous system of all the non-beneficial energy. So it would be something like this. I, Andrea Miller, in my holy name, spinning my pendulum counterclockwise, undertake a clearing to remove all non-beneficial energies that adversely affect my nervous system from any and all sources, both within my body, either core fractures, toxic emotions, unresolved conflict, or from outside influences like EMF, electromagnetic energies, radio waves, or any other discordant vibration from any and all sources, known or unknown. I bring them all to null, and I ask for the assistance of Divine Creator or Mother God or both to assist in this undertaking. And I ask that all those that may be adversely sending me energies that are non-beneficial, that they be returned at my energy field, returned back to the source with love and compassion. And I undertake this clearing, I think I already said this, but throughout the multidimensional levels of my being and throughout all time, space, and dimensions, both known or unknown. And then I do the Ho'oponopono prayer, because your nervous system is telling your body, your body is sending a message to you that you need to change the way you're showing up in the world. And once you do that and balance your body, then you'll be on another level of how to interrelate with the world around you, and you'll be much more secure and comfortable in your body. So you would say, I love you, body, for giving me these messages. I'm sorry that I needed you to show up and tell me that you're nervous, because if I would have known that, I would have acted on it earlier. So I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me because I didn't understand that. And thank you for showing up to know that I need to upgrade my energy system so I can show up, take back my personal power, stand in my truth no matter what. And then I would say, I declare it so, so be it, is done. So there you are, Andrea. Hopefully that was helpful for you. Michelle Cox says, you are so wonderful to help us this way. Blessings and thank you. Michelle, thank you very much. My intention is not just to help you, but hopefully you're learning from the words that I'm using that you can do this for yourself, for your loved ones, and you could do it for your clients, and you can do it for the earth. You can do it for, like I say, you can clear hospitals, graveyards, senior citizens' homes, schools. You can actually be a dowser and a planetary earth steward and clear anything and everything wherever you go. And that's really what I'm hoping you will learn how to do. And so Michelle is saying, yes, yes, yes. So if you weren't able to copy down the wording, or if you want to know where it is, just head over to the Dowsing and Energy closed Facebook group, go to the files, and you'll see the short clearing. Just download it, and in the wording, you'll see open and closed brackets. And you just put in whatever it is that you want to clear in there. Use the words. Feel free to adjust them. And I keep forgetting to say, so I'll say it again. Don't forget, when you clear, you want to install what you do want. So for example, Andrea, you said, thank you very much. You're most appreciated. I appreciate you thanking me. So Andrea, the installation would go something like this. So I, Andrea Miller, hereby install, spinning my pendulum clockwise, that my nervous system is strong and healthy and vibrant and can handle anything that shows up in my world, that I feel balanced, grounded, and strong, that I'm in the right place at the right time for my next step, that I have a connection to source and I could rely on my guidance to direct me in the direction I need. And I declare it so, so be it, is done. So that's the positive intention you want to install. Feel free to add any words that you want, but I wanted to give you, Andrea, an idea of how you could do that, right? Okay. So thank you, Andrea. Thank you, Michelle. tell your friends about this call, and that it's every Tuesday at 3 p.m. Pacific time and 6 p.m. Eastern time. I'm here for 1 hour to help you learn how to clear your bioenergy field, how to clear geopathic stress, how to take back your power, stand in your truth no matter what, how to clear the planet, clear your loved ones. And this is your opportunity to get hold of me and have this opportunity to learn how to do it for yourself. So this is the hour, and I'm signing off for now. Have the best week ever, and see you next week. Bye for now. The Healing Hour. Join us every Tuesday at 3 p.m. Pacific Time or 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Feel free to phone in toll free in North America, 1-866-369-7464 or 1-866-DOWSING. Phone in to get your questions about dowsing and energy healing answered, and also to receive an energy healing. The Healing Hour is produced on Facebook Live through the Extraordinary Healing Arts Academy Facebook page. It's also produced by The Wellness Show, www.thewellnessshow.ca. And so until next week, stay healthy, wealthy, and wise.